Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video, and as you can see by the title, it is the final strat for this Traitless strat, and I did manage to get 4373, and I did miss out on 2 kills because the enemies were purely just so strong. So if you do kill those 2 enemies, I'm pretty sure you get the maximum score, unless you can wave skip, which does not seem likely, but yeah, 4375 might be the max score for this week. And yeah, this is the team sub we are running. It's pretty much the same, but we did change a few things. One being we're taking out Vanguards Sanjaru. 2, we are taking out, who was here before? Doflamingo. So we brought in a Whitebeard because the enemies do have overshield. So here we go. So we got Uma, Ainz, Albedo, Luffy, Whitebeard, and Shanks. So the Memorias, these are what we are running. So let's go. We got Kaido's Memoria on Uma, Peak of Shinobi on our Ainz, Devoted Dedication on our Albedo, Peak of Shinobi on our Luffy, Frozen Admiral on our Whitebeard, King of Trash on our Shanks. And yeah, that's it. We're not going to be Chloric Stoning any unit in this run. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the team sub. Let's just get into the actual run. Good luck with your runs. Okay guys, so pretty much early game wise, it's not really that hard. So yeah, as you can see, there's not much you really have to do for early game. It's just making sure you get your units down. In terms of the strat, it doesn't really get hard until like wave 30 plus onwards. But yeah, first things first, you want to get your Uma down, then place your irons side by side, pretty much side by side, I guess, just within range, you know. And then you want to get your Albedo on the side so that she's at least giving irons the affection. This way, you just get irons doing a bit more damage, and also, of course, having Albedo in Irons' range allows him to get that extra spell for the passion slot, which means we don't need to bring 2 passion units, which is a big help. So yeah, we're getting 1 Luffy down just to make sure we're dealing with these enemies. And then once I do that, I place my Shanks over here. And the reason that we're placing a Shanks pretty early, as you guys do know, he can rupture when he does crit. So we do have a King of Trash Memorial on him, which allows him to have a 10% crit chance, because he doesn't have guaranteed crits because he can't really stun enemies right now. So since it is immunity, so there's not much you can do about it. And yeah, here I'm trying to fit this Luffy into this gap, but this isn't the placement I use for him, so I would say don't place him here. You'll see I place him later on in a different spot, so don't place him here. Just make sure you keep doing your Uma stats. It's the most important thing. Because you'll see, I want him in a place here where his closest path would be in a way where he can hit a lot of enemies. So I do move him eventually. You see, I sold him and I move him up here. And yeah, you'll see. So you get as close as you can. Make sure to place him as close to the path you can. And your third Luffy goes there. So you got 2 Luffys, or 3 Luffys on like different like bends slash corners, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it does allow them to get a lot of extra damage because they're utilizing the AoE size a lot more. Since they are hitting a lot more enemies. And here you want to place your 3 Whitebeards slightly apart. In terms of apart, I mean you want to make sure they're not attacking at the same time. So you want to desync them, desync the SBA. So roughly like 2.7 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you want to do, you know, maybe 2.5, 2.4, 2.3 seconds. Just something different, you know. They can't be attacking at the same time. That's all that matters. And as long as you have them attacking different times, you can always you're always taking off the overshield from the overshield enemies. And what I did here is I transformed into Cog 4 Luffy. And once he does get the 1.2x range buff, that's when you can max him out. Not really max him, but like put as many upgrades as you can into him. Because as you guys do know, using Cog 4, we're able to give all our para allies the 30% cost reduction. So yeah, it does help. So here we're just dealing with the boss, making sure we get that one hit in before we go into Cog 4, and then I get as many upgrades as possible. Then I go back into Cog 5, and we're just still targeting the boss, and yeah, we can easily kill him off. And even if we don't kill him off with Luffy, the Iron Summons at the back got him easily. So yeah, once he's dead, you can set your Luffy back to closest, and make sure you get the final upgrades in. So you're gonna make sure that every time you upgrade your Luffy, it's showing Cog 4. That is only for the first initial Luffy. The other Luffys can be upgraded in Cog 5 because they will have the cost reduction from the start. So yeah, as you see at this point, you can just auto upgrade your Luffys as long as they have the extra, as long as they're on 0.67 cost reduction. Not cost reduction, but like the multiplier on the cost or unit upgrade. You'll see, you know what I mean, right? So let me click on a unit and you'll see. So you see how Uma cost 2.34k yen, and it did decrease upon getting the cost stat. But yeah, you can see 0.95 for Irons, and you can see that Luffy on the right is 0.72, and then the other one is 0.67. So yeah, you want to make sure they're all on 0.67 before you upgrade them to max. That is for your Luffys, by the way. So yeah, I wasn't just saying 6.7 for the joke of it. He actually gets to 0.67 cost reduction. So yeah, chill on me, mate. Chill on me. Because I'm pretty sure Luffy has 14 upgrades, so you're getting, was it 2% cost reduction per upgrade? So it's around like 28%, and then the extra 5% from the Irons or of the Overlord, so that's why it goes down to 67% or 0.67 remaining cost in terms of like percentage, you know, whatever. So yeah, once you have enough yen and your Luffy is maxed, you can just auto upgrade your Luffys, get them maxed out. Making sure that every Luffy is set the closest, because as you can see, when the enemies are pouring in, they're going to be hitting a lot of enemies, you know, so it does help a lot having them set the closest. There's no other points on the map where you can have like these ideal placements, because yeah, most, you can see the path splits into two, so there's no way to like hit both sets of enemies, if that makes sense. And yeah, even if you do find a better spot, yeah, better spot utilizing the bends in the when the path splits, it won't really be ideal because what was I gonna say again? No, my days, I forgot. Yo, I can't lie, my bad. I genuinely just forgot, man. My brain is so fried right now. You know what I've been seeing though recently? I've been seeing one guy in the AV Discord saying, "Why does Exopt sound ill every time?" Like, yo, chill on me, bro. I don't sound ill. I don't know why. I genuinely, this is just how I sound, bro. Like, and he just says he just can't handle it. Let me see if I can find the messages and I'll put on screen. Okay, so I was just looking through like the Davy Discord and I just saw some random ass messages. Like, look at this one, bro. Like, genuinely, bro. What you saying, bro? And then you got these ones saying, "Why do I sound depressed? It sounds like I never drink water." I guess, bro. I guess. I literally got water on my left, and this is like when another this one's salvation as well. This guy even said it recently as well. This guy said, "I sound like I don't want to be my own videos." Okay, mate. And then the last one, oh my days, this guy, this drooped tail guy, he's been banging on about this, bro. I sound like I have a fever. Why is he always talking like this? My head gets heavier and heavier. Why does he have a fever all this time? Bro. Yo, do I genuinely sound like that? I don't know. If anyone sees this video, like, at this point, let me know, you know. Because low-key, I don't know, man. It's just how I sound. I don't know what to say. And it's not even an act as well. Like, genuinely, I am not gonna be put some persona on for YouTube, bro. I'm not gonna be audio like, "Hey, you said that a video, yay!" You know what I mean? Like genuinely, bro. Anyways, though, low key, I don't really have to focus. You don't really have to focus that much for this part. All you have to really do is your Uma stats, and I think from wave 30 is where you have to like, I guess, micromanage Luffy's form because you have to go into the Cog 5 transformation and then out of the Cog 5 transformation to make sure you're matching your Uma stats and not really missing any stats. But yeah, you can see that there's not going to be any issues at all. Wave 40 onwards is where it gets so annoying because the leaks have a lot of HP, you know, so you have to deal with them as best as you can. Okay, yeah, so you can see at this point, I'm just doing my stats slowly but surely, not really putting much thought into it. And here at this point, I do get my white bids to upgrade 7, all of them each. And I do get them desynced as well, just so they're attacking different times. And yeah, it does allow us to, of course, instantly take off the overshot on the enemies, and of course, just get those joy stacks in on the enemies. And at this point, after you do your immense stats, you want to go into the Gear 5 transformation and attack the enemy as much as possible, or mainly the boss. So using all of your abilities, I would recommend not using the R ability because right now the Gatling, as you can see, is kind of chopped. It's bugged out right now and it does not let you control where you want to go. So it's just a waste of ability right now. And so here, what you want to do is, what was I saying? Oh my days. What you want to do is, if you can time it so that you do end the wave. My brain is just fried right now. I don't know what I'm thinking. So if you can time it so you de-transform before the wave ends, you can pretty much do the stats for last wave and the next wave. And yeah, after you do those stats for the, of course, the wave that you're in, you can easily just de-transform or go back into your transformation and keep attacking the boss. And yeah, wave 36, since it is wave 36, what you can do is just de-transform right now and just do your stats. And then once you do max out Uma, you can just stay in Cog 5 transformation the whole match. One thing I did forget though is I mainly forgot to get my white bit upgraded. I could have upgraded him slightly to, I think it's upgrade 10, the one upgrade before his max up, well, the new move, which would have been a bit more extra damage and a bit more extra range, but doesn't really matter. And as you can see from here on out, there's not much I have to say. It's just about fighting these enemies. So I'll be on like mute for a bit, and yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing and just follow what I can do, what I'm doing. I'll speak once it gets to like wave 44, wave 45 when it is needed. Okay, so this is where the things do need a focus, because you need to actually just deal with the enemies as much as you can. All these enemies you see here, especially the ones on the path on the left, because as you guys do know, those are the ones who are stronger, because they're not going to be affected by Uma's hits until later, until they get to this path. So yeah, it's a lot of work, but you have to just keep focusing and making sure you're getting as much damage as you can without pretty much missing any attacks on these guys. You can see how I'm trying to use the R ability. If it was not bugged, it would be so much more easier, and you would get all burn, well, you would get the burn onto the enemies and all the other attacks, all the other hits. And since it is depleted, there's not much we can do in terms of using enhanced skills and of course using our nukes as well. And yeah, you guys can see how strong these guys are. It's so frustrating dealing with them. But yeah, before you rewrite waves, you want to make sure that you don't die to these guys at all. You don't want to lose a single stock from these guys. Later on, yeah, once you have rewrited, you can probably chill a bit more. And if you do lose a few stocks, it's fine, as long as you don't die. So yeah, I'm not going to really put this on text because it's very simple to explain. As you can see, as soon as wave 49 hits, you de-transform. You use your Iron's ability, Ouroboros, the world item, the bottom right one, and you set it to wave 41 and you rewrite wave. And after you do that, you go back into your Cog 5 transformation, the one who has the highest damage stat, and you use his nuke, the Bajrang gun, you know, the top ability, the one that is the full map nuke for 300% of his damage, just to ensure that you get that these guys are not getting as far, because you need to creep your way back to the front. Because if you're staying at the very back, the enemies who are getting to the back are just going to be stronger and stronger. And yeah, from here until like wave 49, all you're going to be doing is just attacking, attacking, attacking. So look at this Para Elite, 48 million HP, bro. It's so much HP. So yeah, this is why you have to focus, because you need to get as much damage as you can onto these guys as possible. Because yes, you do have the fast summons, but they're not going to be contributing much. One thing that you guys can do for your run is after you did wave rewrite, you can switch to Aura of the Overlord and Supreme Summoning only by going to your irons, resetting the spells and only selecting those two. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure Acid Rain won't be doing much for you, because as you can see, these guys are still very strong. So you do need the extra summons. Well, not really the extra summons, but the summons quicker. So you see, I did lose one stock, and at this point, it's just about surviving. That's another stock gone as well. 50 million, bro. There's nothing I can do about that guy. He's just so strong. So at this point, I'm at a point where I just can't lose stocks at all. So I have to kill as many of these guys as possible. So yeah, you can see I kill this guy, and my summon does come around, and yeah, I just kill these guys as well. And if I see an enemy that is very weak, I won't really focus them. If I see an enemy that is strong, I'll try to focus them. So yeah, you want to try to focus the stronger mobs, because as you can see, yeah, look, that 36 million, you have to kill him. I have to kill him. But since it was very close to the end, I did de-transform. And as soon as I see the timer hit 5 seconds remaining, I used the Goal of All Life nuke, and that's the end of the run. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.